This week, I get to talk with someone who I've actually had a chance to talk to a little bit before on one of my shows, but haven't had the chance to really get into a full conversation. So I'm very happy to welcome my guest today, Tatsurii. Hello, Tatsurii.
Hello.
Oh, welcome. Well, I don't get to say this often, but welcome back to the show.
Oh, wow. The two-time guest. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Well, for starters, before we get too far into things, if you could please introduce yourself.
Yes, of course. Tatsurii. Hello, chat. My name is Tatsurii, also known as Tatsu or Tat. I'm a rice ball VTuber from SHIRAYURI Production. I love food, I love Majima, and I love you all so much. Hello, thank you so much for being here. It's terribly early, but yeah.
It is a little bit early, but, this isn't quite the earliest show I've done. That was when I had a European guest. I forget which one it was, but I think I did one that was at 11 a.m. for me, which would be like 9 a.m. for West Coast US, so I've had worse. Also, folks in the chat, let us know if you can hear us. Got to make sure that everyone is coming through nice and clearly. I think we've got the levels set, but if something's gone wrong, let us know. But yes, as I mentioned, Tatsurii, you're a return guest and you're with SHIRAYURI Productions, and both of those are sort of important, I suppose, to how we got here today. That you're actually the fourth guest I've had from SHIRAYURI, because I have had Nyaru, I have had Phoebe, I have had Yoro, and now you. So That's super fun. Just love everybody from SHIRAYURI. Wonderful group of people. Can't recommend them highly enough. But that's also how I got introduced to you. That I was familiar with some of the other talents from S-Pro first and found you through there, saw a stream or two of yours. But the way you wound up on my show was admittedly for a more bittersweet occasion, and that was for the Coco Appreciation Show a couple of months ago. That what I did when I was initially organizing that was I reached out to all my past guests first and just said, I'm organizing this show, and if you would like to be on, I would be delighted to have you. And it was Nyaru who responded, yes, I'd like to be on the show, but also if I had asked her if I was looking for a couple more guests to potentially fill things out, and she said, you should talk to Tatsurii. I know she's a Coco fan. So that's how we wound up getting connected for that previous appearance on the show. But I'm glad to have you back. And like I said, for a little less of a bittersweet thing, and this time that we'll be able to talk more about you, your interests, and have more than 15 minutes to talk.
Yeah, more time to talk. Yes. Speaking of Coco, have you watched the video, right? You watched it?
Yes, that fishing video. Yeah. Yes. That was a fun one that I sent you 4 emojis back. It was a fishing rod, a coin, a fish, and a briefcase.
Yes, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, you watched it, let's go!
Yeah. Yes, that was a very, very good one. And I suppose that actually brings us into sort of one of the first interests beyond Coco herself, and that would be the Yakuza series.
Yes, Yakuza. I love Yakuza so much. I can even go on for quite a bit, actually. About Yakuza? Oh, man.
Admittedly, I haven't actually played any of the Yakuza games. I know now that I need to, for sure, for many reasons. So I suppose for someone who isn't really into the franchise, can you, I suppose, explain a bit about what makes it so special? That, from what I understand, each Yakuza game is separate, that it's not one contiguous storyline, correct?
Oh, it actually is. Except for the 7th one. The 7th one is it's a bit different. But yeah, from 0 all the way to 6, it's a continuous story. It's really nice. I like it. You get little Easter eggs in like other stories, and it's like, oh, I understand this thing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Which one was the first that you played?
I played 0 first because I heard 0 was like the before everything happened. It was released much later on, but I was like, I want to know what before, how everything like came to be kind of thing. So I started with 0. It was a good choice to start with 0 because that's where most of the crying happened.
Oh my. Yeah, I suppose that's sort of what happens when you have prologue games or prologue movies, that you already have all this lore, and now it's okay, we're going to show you how things got to how you know them, but that usually involves a lot of emotional things.
Oh yeah, oh, so many emotional things. Majima. Majima. Yeah.
And that one's for
Um,
PS3 and 4, so I might be able to pick that one up. And just
yeah.
honestly, the biggest problem for me is I spend so much time watching anime and VTubers that I don't spend as much time playing video games as I used to anymore. I still love video games. Video games are actually my day job, but my game consumption outside of work has admittedly dropped quite a bit. But maybe I'll get around to this one. Because it's an action adventure game, but some of the ones that I've seen is it turn-based or is it real-time?
I think 7 is turn-based from what I've seen.
Yeah.
7 is turn-based. Yeah, I think that's the only turn-based one though. I haven't touched the other games yet because I'm only on 2, but I've heard 7's turn-based, and I'm not a fan of that fight style because I've seen it in so many other games. I like real-time where you just kick, punch, and watch them go flying into cars and stuff.
Okay, and also that makes me feel a bit better about my confusion because I was like, I think I've seen both. So the fact that it is something that the series has done both of, all right, at least it makes me feel like I'm not completely crazy. And it stars yeah. I am a talk show host. I can word good.
It's okay. English is hard at this time.
Yes, it is.
Don't worry. Yeah.
That it follows Majima, the protagonist, and what sort of is his story without going into too much spoiler detail. That he obviously is a member of the Yakuza, the Japanese mafia, for lack of a better term. But is he someone who is, I assume he's a sympathetic protagonist on some level. That it's not just, all right, this guy is committing crimes because he's evil and it's, all gritty and dark, that I'm sure that there's a lot beneath the surface here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of side quests that you do. There's like a million side quests, and that's why it takes so long for the game to be done. That's why it took me like 4 months to beat the first game. Yes, I really loved playing the side quests. The side quests show another side to Kiryu. It's really awesome. It's like he's going around helping people and everything, and yet he's just like Yakuza member that everyone's like terrified of. Yeah, they're really cute. Some of them are really yabai, but they're really cute side stories. Yeah.
Was there a particular aspect of the game that really drew you in?
The food.
The food. Well, at least you're consistent.
I remember I was like, oh yeah, we can buy food in this game. So I went around and looked at the food. The pictures are so beautiful. I was like, oh my god. The thing that makes me mad though is that you can't see them actually eat it. It shows their back and they're eating. I'm like, no, show me the goods.
I can understand that from a developmental standpoint, that it saves the animators a lot of time of having to, render all these different dishes and them being eaten, the different animations. But yes, I can absolutely sympathize that is a bit disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, at least in Kiwami 2, which is the one I'm currently playing, they made the pictures bigger. So you can see more quality. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, the takoyaki. Chat knows, I always go to the takoyaki stand to buy like an immense amount of takoyaki because it looks so good in game. That was in Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2 has a thing where if you eat a lot of food, you gain experience. So, like, half the time I'm like, I'm going to food stands and just buying food because I'm like, yes, give me experience.
Hey, eating food is absolutely an experience.
Yeah, all the experience. This is great. I love it. There's so much food. Oh, there's such a variety. There's,
Were there any dishes in the game that you hadn't had before that made you seek out those dishes in real life?
What was it? Oh shoot. There's a noodle stand. I remember there's a noodle stand and there's like this noodle dish and I was like, oh, I must have this. I must have this. So I went to go search for it. I found it. I ate it. Oh my god. I was like, I need to eat more of this in real life. I forgot what the dish was though. I gotta find it. But yeah, it was a noodle dish. Also takoyaki. There's like different takoyakis. I'm like, I've never tried this takoyaki before. I must try this.
Like, what different types is it? I've had takoyaki. But just normal takoyaki. You're making it sound like there's some particularly interesting variants here.
Yeah, there are. So like, it depends on the toppings too. So there's different toppings and stuff that you can put on it. There's a cheese one, and I was like, what is this? What is this? I must have this. And then I know, there's like, you can actually put like crab on the inside too. So it turned into like taniyaki, as I like to call. It's so creamy. Oh, but you have to try
Oh, okay,
it.
I'm getting it now. Yeah, so it's
good.
I guess sort of like a crab rangoon, but instead of the normal dough, that it's that more fried takoyaki shell.
Oh, you basically just, it's the same batter and stuff. You just put like crab in it. It's so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, I am big fan of crab. It's come up on previous shows, but while I don't live there now, I'm originally from the state of Maryland, which is known for its blue crabs, and I absolutely endorse that stereotype. Maryland blue crabs are definitely better than any other type of crabs. I put Old Bay seasoning on many, many, many things. I have, a carton and a half in my pantry at this very moment. Don't get me wrong, all crabs are delicious, but Maryland blue crabs are absolutely the pinnacle. And if you ever have a chance to go to, Baltimore, DC, anywhere in the Maryland area, go out of your way to find blue crabs. They are going to be a bit pricey, but gosh, even if you just, get one or like a half dozen, they're so good.
Okay, what seasoning did you say again?
It's called Old Bay. And it's this combination allspice stuff that it was originally made in Baltimore and is very iconic for Maryland. It's mostly known for being put on crabs and seafood, but it's the type of thing that you can put it on chicken. People have put it in just everything from ice cream, which is admittedly on the weirder side, but it just goes well on everything. But while it started as a regional spice blend, it was bought up by McCormick, that spice giant. So you can now find it really in any department store or stuff like that. It's in a pretty iconic yellow box. So you can find it stuff like Target, Walmart, you name it. And it's very cheap. It's usually, $3-4 for a very sizable carton. So definitely try out Old Bay. Yeah, for you in particular, that is a very easy thing to find and try out on a lot of different food.
Okay. Oh my god. See, I'm home alone for the next 2 days, like starting tomorrow, so you bet your ass I'm gonna
Oh boy. Yes.
Yay. Okay, I'll do my best to find it.
Do you have any favorite spices or seasonings?
In terms of seasonings, there's like furikake that I always put on my rice, especially when I eat egg. It's so good. I forget which furikake though, but there's a whole bunch of different ones that my mom just buys and I just throw it on my rice.
Now, when it comes to rice and eggs, are you the type that will prepare your eggs in advance and then put it on the rice, or will you make this just piping hot rice and crack a raw egg on it and let the rice cook the egg?
Oh, I've done both actually, but I do more of the first one. Yeah, because half the time my rice is there's still rice in the rice cooker. Yeah. So I can't have like the fresh, beautiful like white rice just in a beautiful bowl. And man. Now, yeah, I always have to do the first one.
Yeah, understandable that the first one it sounds so wonderful, but you need to make sure the rice is actually hot enough to cook it, because you don't want to be getting sick from a raw egg or anything. So when it's not on rice, how do you usually like your eggs?
Sunny side up.
Okay.
Sunny side up.
I like over medium myself, but definitely it's the type of thing that, I feel like everyone grows up with scrambled eggs, and then as you get older, that you start to appreciate runny yolks more and more.
Yeah. There's just something about runny yolks. Like when they serve it to you with like toast and stuff, and you get to dip it.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's what I love about over medium. That it's got the good texture of scrambled without being, too rubbery or anything, and that it preserves some of the runny yolk without it just, getting everywhere, but it definitely leaves enough that then you can just, wipe it up with toast or whatever you have.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Gosh, well, that went real fast from video games to food. It's like I knew we were going to talk about food, but I was thinking, all right, we'll probably talk about games for a while, then get to food. Nah. honestly, I probably shouldn't be surprised.
Everything goes back to food, no matter what. If you talk to
Yes.
me, yep, everything goes back to food. There's no
To be
stopping
fair, it is
it.
on your shirt.
Yes, it is. This beautiful shirt right here.
And
Yes.
actually, you recently released merchandise that people can buy this shirt design, can't they?
Yeah, they can. There's like a version 1. I call it version 1 because at the time we couldn't put anything on sleeves or anything, so
Oh
it
yeah,
was
so it
just
doesn't have like
the
the
lettering.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually
but-
realize until a couple times after seeing your streams that the little black stripes on the upper part of the shoulders is supposed to be the seaweed. The why am I blanking on the proper term here? Please help. What's the name of the sea? What's the proper term used for the seaweed that you put on the rice ball?
Wait, what was it? Nori?
Nori. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Pretty sure that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't hit me that that's what the design was until a couple times after seeing it. It was like, really, really good.
Yeah, I think now they actually we could add stuff on sleeves, so I might be putting a version 2.
2.0.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Yakuza 0, need to add that to the ever-growing list of games I know I need to play. And yes, that Coco video, the one that you had sent to me for context for people in the chat, it's a video of a bunch of Hololive members doing a Animal Crossing fishing contest. However, Coco was not fishing in Animal Crossing, she was fishing in Yakuza. So, while all the others were catching sea bass and red snappers and stuff like that, she was pulling up, she got a really large tuna, a couple platinum pieces, many umbrellas. I think she got a shark once. And it was just Coco being her wonderful offbeat self.
Yes, my favorite part's when she caught the zombies.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that she caught a zombie one time, and it was just a very calm zombie, and then it started to run away and chase somebody, not Kiryu, but somebody else.
So good. I love one of my favorite clips.
Now, more recently, actually, as recently as last night, you play a fair bit of Genshin.
Yeah, you were there for that.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay, so I didn't expect to pull that fast. So there's like a, what's it called? Whenever you see that golden thing, there's a 50-50 chance for you to get the character. I wasn't expecting it because my luck hasn't been that great, to be honest. And then I pulled, I was like, wait a minute, no, this shouldn't be, no.
Yeah, I know that there's been a very coveted character banner event going on. So who is the character anyways? I'm not someone who plays Genshin, but I have enough people who I follow that do, that I know when there's an event running, and I see, all right, best of luck to everyone out there doing those gacha pulls.
Okay, so in normal context, big pretty booba lady with a sword that comes out of boobs. Basically.
True, but I guess that it doesn't describe all the characters in Genshin, but it describes a fair few. Is there something in particular that makes this wonderful big booba lady with sword coming out of booba especially coveted?
Okay, so in the game, I think they're kind of like gods. They're called Archons, and there's one for each element. She represents the electricity element. So a lot of people have been really, really looking forward to her, especially after watching what she does. Oh my god, I played her for like a bit because there's like a trial that you can do. She's so strong. Oh my god, there's death everywhere, lightning, for sure. Yeah, if you build her up right, she'll be a really, really, really strong member of like anyone's team, to be honest. Also, hey God, I'm sorry. We have spicy chicken nuggets finally in Canada. Thank God. Okay, sorry.
Wait, spicy chicken nuggets?
See, I know the US got it. Like how long
is this
ago?
Wendy's or a different place?
No, it's McDonald's. McDonald's
okay,
finally has spicy chicken nuggets in Canada.
Yay!
Freaking... I've been waiting for this for like ever since you guys got it in the US. I've been like, man, when are we gonna get our spicy nuggets? Like, I want to try this hype that y'all are experiencing down there, and now I could finally have it.
Yay!
Huh? have you had spicy chicken nuggets?
I have. It's been a while since I've had. I don't usually go for McDonald's nuggets. I usually like Wendy's nuggets, or just when I go to McDonald's, I'll usually get a burger, or like a McChicken. Not as much the nuggets, but I do enjoy spicy chicken regardless of where it's from. Do you have a particular favorite meal when it comes to McDonald's, or just fast food in general?
Okay, it really depends on the restaurant, to be honest.
That's fair. That is a very broad question.
Yeah, well, I kind of stopped going to McDonald's because I've noticed that their burgers are very dry now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they used to have a little bit of like juice to them, but now they're just really dry, and I can't have a dry burger because then there's like the patty and everything else, so it's just a dry mess.
Yeah. Are there any more regional chains in Canada that you enjoy?
What is Canadian that's not in the US?
It's like in the area that I live, there's a place called Brahms that does burgers and ice cream, and they have some very good burgers. You can like buy a bag of medium burgers for like $5 for $6 or something. It's really good.
We have something called Burgers Priest. Oh, their burgers are so
I've not heard of that one, so at very least I don't think that's a regional one in the US, so probably Canadian.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, their burgers are really like their patties. They're not like the thin ones that you get at like regular fast food chains. They're beautifully thick. Oh my god. They're just like literally you'll take a bite out of it and it's just juice. It's just a whole mouth full of flavor. Oh my god. And you can customize your toppings. There's also these crazy burgers where like I think they put like a whole like cheese ball in it or something like that.
Cheese ball?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, something like that. But like the burger ends up being super tall. Maybe like the size of your hand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a big burger. It's really big.
So when it gets that big, do you usually just, smush it and still eat it with your hands, or do you like cut it up and try and eat it I suppose horizontally?
I've seen someone eat it horizontally. I'm like, but you didn't get any bread. You didn't get bread. It's like a burger bowl if you just eat it sideways. There's just no bread. It's just out. But I would do my best to smush it because I want to eat it as like a regular burger where I try to fit in my mouth all at once.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking this up right now. These are huge. Holy cow.
Yeah, right? They're big. They're so big. Also, the milkshakes there are really nice. They're really nice milkshakes. They're very flavorful, very fruity. Yeah, they're huge. They're big.
I think the best burger I ever had, there was a place near where I grew up that it was built into the back part of a gas station shop. That it was a independently owned gas station and independently owned restaurant. Basically, it was just sort of very inconspicuous on the side of a road between the town that I grew up in and just one of the neighboring ones. And around that area was just fields, and there was cows, and I'm pretty sure it was just those cows became the burgers that you saw them make, and that they would make on this just giant grill, and it would take about 10-15 minutes for them to make because the burgers were all made to order. But just oh my gosh, they were incredible, and you could get it with normal toppings, with egg, like egg on burger. Speaking of eggs on things, egg on burger is severely underrated in my opinion.
Yes. Oh, I agree. I love eggs on burgers. I've had it. I've had it like a month ago. Oh my god, that was so beautiful. Oh, I'm drooling thinking about it. Oh my god. Yeah, people should have eggs on burgers. It's actually really it's really good. People in chat, I see you. You better try it.
Also, Optimus, I understood that SpongeBob reference.
Yes! Oh my god, yes.
Two actually, salads.
Someone actually ordered that. I remember at a McDonald's.
Oh my gosh.
Someone actually ordered it. I remember seeing it on there's like you can somehow see the screens at like the back where it shows them what to order and stuff. I've seen someone do it. I was like, yo, I want to see it. Can I see it? How this fast like food chain does it, please? Also,
takes commitment.
Yeah, and then I remember, so McDonald's has like the touchscreen things where you can order it from like a touchscreen and it puts
Mm-hmm.
your receipt. Yeah, I saw these two kids were playing around with the machine and they almost accidentally bought over 1,000 cheeseburgers.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it was fun. I think they broke the machine after that though.
Gosh.
Yeah, so instead of breaking the ice cream machine, they broke they broke the
They broke the
kiosk?
ordering
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah. Yeah, but oh, speaking of burgers, Genshin did a whole burger thing, I think.
Ooh.
I think they did a whole event, but I think it wasn't even in like here. It was like somewhere else. But it was like a KFC thing. And they had like
Wait a minute. It was
had,
a
like-
burger collab, but with KFC?
Yeah, so Genshin you can cook food in Genshin and stuff, and I know there's a burger that they have, like a golden chicken burger.
Oh,
and
okay,
then
that makes more sense. I was like,
KFC
wait, but
Yeah.
burgers are not what KFC does. That's quite literally the opposite of their thing. But chicken burger, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they released a special edition KFC Genshin Impact burger. I
Ooh.
really wish I got to try. It looks like a regular chicken burger though, but they did put a lot of lettuce on it.
Mm.
Yeah.
KFC's been doing a good job of dipping their toe into the nerdy spheres between that. They did the like KFC gaming console, and of course there's the
Mhm.
infamous KFC dating sim, which I have played, and oh my gosh, it's a trip.
Is it? I've been wanting to play
It's-
it, but I
It's
don't
so
know.
silly. And
Okay.
I wish I could have been in the pitch meeting where I'm sure it was someone, it had to have been someone younger, someone around our age, someone who
Mhm.
knows nerdy culture that went to their boss and was like, okay, so for our next marketing campaign, I want us to build a visual novel dating sim, but make it, super anime. And just kudos to whatever executive approved that, because just, marketing is actually my background. That's what I went to school for. And one of the tough things about marketing is when you're doing marketing campaigns that you can't track the results of. Obviously, technology nowadays has made it so you can get a lot more data on, like, directly, okay, we've had this many impressions, which has led to this many conversions and sales and whatnot, which wasn't always possible. But even today, when you do things like this, which are purely for publicity, it's very difficult to tell, all right, how many people saw this and then actually went out and bought stuff. And I can certainly say, after seeing that, I went out of my way and got KFC for the first time in a couple years, just sort of out of respect for the whole thing. But gosh, that must have been quite a pitch meeting, and someone high up at KFC had to approve the time, the resources, and be like, yes, we are okay with using our social media platform to promote this absurd game that, 90% of the population or more will think is super weird, and then there's that 10% that's going to think it's the best thing ever, and that they were okay with that.
It looks like a fun game though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was very, very silly, very self-aware, and just, you can tell whoever made it has played visual novels and dating sims a lot, that it definitely feels like it was made with love.
Oh, that's so awesome. I should check it out.
Yeah, it's not a good game. Don't get me wrong. This is not something that I would say, oh, if it cost, $20, $30 retail that I would pay for it. No. But if you want to do something just to have a silly afternoon with friends and play it, or maybe make a 1 or 2 time stream out of it, there's a lot worse things that you could play. And definitely, it's TOS friendly. It doesn't get into anything crazy. That it's very family friendly for sure. Also, sorry, I forgot to thank Hibiki and Optimus 27,000 for the follows.
Thank you. Thank you. TVK, I recognize you. I see you. An Optimus too. I see you.
Yes. So with Genshin, do you have any favorite characters or just play styles? Because I know you can do a lot of different people in your party, and that there's different weapons and magic. So, is there any particular combination that appeals to you, whether it be just because it's very powerful or because you like the style?
Okay. So I always go back to ice and water, because when you put those two together, you freeze people, and it
Ooh,
gives you more
okay.
time to attack. Yeah, especially so. The one character I love using, his name's Chongyun. He's ice, and he uses a really big sword. So once I have someone that like pours water on the enemy, I bring him out, and then use like his ice skills and stuff. And then when they freeze, and then I just smack him with the sword more. So much fun. That's so. He can spin in circles too. He also eats an ice pop. It's great. His like
I'm actually
idle
looking up
animation.
images of him right now. I definitely see this. Yeah, he has the ice pop. He reminds me, what was it? Toshiro Hitsugaya from Bleach.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, he does.
Just, he's sort of a smaller guy, but has all these huge icicles around him. Looks on the more laid back side. Just, I'm seeing some parallels here.
Oh my god, I love Captain Hitsugaya. Oh my god, his whole arc in Bleach. Wait, oh my god, I'm back.
Well, I suppose this gives us a good pivot point into some anime stuff, one of which was Bleach. So I've not seen all of Bleach, but I saw it was a bit past episode 300, which is still a lot in my defense, which is I stopped after they defeated Aizen. I didn't go into, I know there was several arcs beyond that. Just, I don't watch many run-on shonens. I don't have the patience for One Piece. I know I'm missing out on it, but I just can't. I stopped
feel that.
Naruto a bit after the first arc of Shippuden, but I
Okay.
saw up through the end of Aizen's arc for Bleach, and I'm sure the rest of the stuff is okay, but that was sort of a good stopping point for me. I really enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
if I were to go back and finish a run-on shonen, it would probably be Bleach, because that's the farthest I've ever gotten in one. But yeah, and I do remember Hitsugaya's arc was really, really good. Did you have any favorite arcs or battles or characters?
Oh my god, it was Ukiura versus what's his name? Ichigo.
Oh
When
yeah, ooh.
Yeah, the animation.
That really, I think that was the best fight that I saw as well. That just, it was a really big one, because you had his second transformation, Segunda Etapa, I think is what it was called. I don't know why. It's been years, but for some reason, like, these terms are coming back to me.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Just, he had this really amazing demonic visual, and the
Yeah.
music in that fight was so good.
Yeah. Oh my god, and then when Ichigo unlocked like his full like hollow potential, I was just sitting there
Yeah.
like,
Oh my
god,
gosh.
it
Yeah. That was
happened!
really big moment. I haven't done it recently, but that's one of those fights and moments that every so often I will go back and rewatch, of just, yeah, it's this huge moment, because honestly, they'd been building up to it for essentially an arc and a half of the Ichigo sort of grappling with his inner hollow, and in that particular moment, it was not him in full control, so it was still not, okay, I've accomplished it, I've mastered this power, but it was the first time that you had really seen that inner hollow just unchained, and it was a really powerful moment.
Oh my god, oh man, and then and then it was what's his name? Grimmjow? It was also Grimmjow
yeah.
and Ichigo, that whole thing, and then when they showed Grimmjow's like backstory, oh my god!
Yeah.
I love Grimmjow. Grimmjow was one of my favorite characters during that, like the whole like hollow thing. In terms of like the hollows, he was one of my favorites. Him and Ukiura.
Yeah, because those two were definitely the biggest, most prominent characters. That Grimmjow was the first Espada that you get introduced to, that he sort of invades the human world, and he's, for a while, you think, all right, he's going to be the big bad, and then it's revealed, oh no, he's actually just part of this larger faction, and he's only the 6th strongest of them all, or 7th strongest.
6th.
Yeah, no, because he's number 6, but then there's also 00, which was supposed to be like, I don't know. Anyways, like that he's not even the strongest. That whole thing
Is
just.
it Yami, I think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was a bit of a cop-out having Yami be the strongest because his thing was just that he got real big.
Yeah, and
It was not that interesting to me because
No, it wasn't.
there were so many others that just had like cooler powers.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, you're big and you're nigh indestructible, but just being this massive creature thing did not instill the sense of just dread and fear that some of the others did for me, of just saying, holy cow, this person's powers are absurd, and how are you supposed to beat it? Whereas he was Big Chonker.
Yeah, you'd think Ukiura would be like the strongest.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah.
Because Ukiura did say that even Aizen had never seen his second form, so in actuality, even though he wasn't ranked the highest, he probably was ultimately the most powerful. But there were still multiple others apart from Yami that felt, more terrifying and powerful than Yami in his revealed form. I think some of my favorites, I really liked Ginichimaru because he had a cool backstory and just his sword and powers were very neat. And I enjoyed his sort of not quite aloof, but sort of snarky personality as Aizen's second in command.
Man, Rangiku.
Oh yeah. Bleach was really good. Bleach was really good.
So good, man. I also love the Byakuya's Senbon Sakura animation.
Oh yeah.
Those animations
gorgeous.
are so pretty. I love them so much.
That was one of the first Bankai we saw, and it was this big thing because the fact that he was the quote unquote big bad for one of the first arcs, that in that whole Soul Society arc when they're trying to save Rukia, that he is set up as the villain even if he is not actually truly villainous.
Who else did I like? Who else was revealed that that the
Kenpachi was always fun. Just sort of
Kenpachi.
You always have to have that character who's just super competitive, and for them everything is a game, and his whole thing of I don't even need to use the powers of my Zanpakuto, that I'm just that flipping strong, and no, I'm not going to use a Bankai. Instead, for me, it's when I decide to swing my sword with both hands.
Yeah, and then past the Aizen arc, there's more to Kenpachi. Oh my god.
I have heard that he actually finally unlocks the power of his Zanpakuto. So
yeah, but it's so sad.
Oh no. Oh.
I can't spoil it, but it's so sad. Oh my god. Because it was during this specific arc where it happened. It was the Quincy arc, so. Oh god. Oh, so sad. I couldn't. Oh man. You win some, you lose some, basically. Oh god damn.
So for other anime that you've said that you do enjoy shonens in general, so Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, of things sort of in that genre, which one would you say is your favorite?
Genre.
Asking the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah. I feel like I always go back to Bleach, no matter what. Like every once in a while, I'll just go back and just listen to like the Bleach like OSTs, or just watch like them like battle compilations. Oh freaking yeah. Bleach is always like something I go back to. I mean, there's Naruto and all that, but then Naruto has the whole Boruto thing going on, and I'm not into that whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, there's that. One Piece is still going.
Yes, One Piece will go. I know they've said they're entering the final arc, supposedly. It's a I'll believe it when I see it when it actually ends. I'm sure it's going to happen eventually, but good God.
It's long. This is very long. I feel bad for those who are starting and notice, like, oh my god, that's a
What have I gotten into?
a lot. Exactly.
And you think the HoloLive and VTuber rabbit hole is deep.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Nope. Nope. What else is shonen? I think is Haikyuu shonen?
I would count that as shonen. Yeah, it's a sports shonen, but it's definitely a longer one because they're at 5-odd seasons.
I like watching Haikyuu. I think I got more into like the Haikyuu hype as the Olympics are coming closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was very nice. Yeah, Haikyuu is great. Oh man, so many like intense moments that make you cry. Oh man, it's oh yeah. I'm trying to think of I know there's I forget which shonen was it, but one of them made me cry. I just don't remember which one. Oh, wait, it might have been Full Metal Alchemist, but
Ooh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's because I love Full Metal Alchemist, both the original and Brotherhood. Definitely prefer Brotherhood to the original, but that's an interesting one because it's not a run-on like the others that we mentioned, but it's still definitely a shonen anime. But just absolutely love that one. Definitely very near and dear to my heart. Great story, amazing characters.
Oh my god, that scene with the kid and her dog. Oh.
To this day, if you want to upset an anime fan, all you need to do is just show a picture of the girl and her dog, or just say the words Edward.
Oh my god, it came back to haunt me. I was on like YouTube one day and I saw it in my recommended. I'm like, why are you?
How dare you?
No, I don't want to cry over it again. That was so. Oh my god, I remember seeing it and I closed the app and I was like staring at the ceiling. I'm like, why? Oh my god, and it was so bad. So fusion.
All right, so banning Optimus in 3, 2, 1.
Now I just imagine it with the whole Dragon Ball like fusion. What is that?
Yep.
No.
I've seen I think I've seen some art of them doing that. It's like
There's art. Okay, no, I'm not googling that. No, that's something that should not be googled. No. Oh man. Oh god, yeah, no, that.
Well, a natural crossover of several things here would be Food Wars, naturally, which you've said you also enjoyed.
Yes. Oh my god, the food. I just love watching them just cook the food.
Yeah. Are there any dishes or recipes there that you saw on the show and were like, okay, I need to try this now?
There's it was one of the I forget what it was called. It was one with corn. I think it was corn. No, was it not corn? No, wait, no, it was egg. Was it egg? I forget, but it was like it was like a bowl. It was like a rice bowl with like egg.
Because well, there were several because that's sort of Soma's specialty of bowls and
but it was like,
but he had this thing where it was this sort of croquette on the top, but when you broke it open, that it had the egg and that it spilled onto the rice and everything.
Yeah. I just remember egg and rice. That was one of the first ones. I was like, yo, that's what got me hooked. Oh my god.
Transforming furikake. I think that was it.
Yes. There's another one. I think we actually made it in real life. It was like it was a bacon thing. It was like bacon. It was wrapped around.
Oh yeah, because that's like from episode 1.
Yeah, we actually made it. We had it for dinner once. It was really good.
Yeah, because it's a potato roast wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
I'm Googling all this sort of as we speak because I don't remember all of it. I just remember, like, okay, Food Wars bacon thing. Yeah.
Yeah. We made beautiful dish. I wish we had more, to be honest.
I remember I started watching that show because I was in the mood where I wanted to watch something as dumb and silly as possible. And because like I don't remember, maybe it was that I was having a rough week, or like I had been watching a lot of heavier shows and just wanted a palate cleanser of, okay, I want something to help take my mind off things and to just be as stupid and silly as possible. What do I know that just looks dumb? And it was, I think it was right before the second season, or right as the second season was being released. So it was high up on like the Crunchyroll recommendation. I was like, oh yeah, I've seen the images and like trailer for this one. It's the crazy fan service cooking show. This looks good for just something to watch an episode of, to, get my mind off things. And then I'm going to stop, because there's no way I'm going to watch this crazy over the top ecchi fan service show. And I watched the first episode and was like, okay, good, definitely getting good palate cleanse. I'm gonna watch the next episode. And then I blinked and I was like 6-7 episodes in. I was like, wait, what? And ultimately for me, the thing that got me about the series, that had me watching all the way through, that I've seen all 5 seasons, and I don't like fan service. That is a big thing for me, that unnecessary fan service. No shade towards people who enjoy fan service. That's fine. I don't like it when fan service actively undermines a show and sort of gets in the way of character progression. One of my big examples for this is No Game, No Life, that I love all the games and the smart thinking. That's my jam. But then they have these awkward fan service moments that just derail the ongoing plot. And that annoys me. But what makes Food Wars different is that all of their fan service, first off, happens during what is effectively exposition, because it's used as a figurative and literal spice while they're describing, all right, these are the tastes and sensations of the dish. It's never done while there's normal character interactions. It's done when normally it would just be narration and chewing. So it's more forgivable because it's taking up that airtime that is still necessary to explain, all right, this is what these characters are feeling as they eat, while preventing them from just having awkward chewing animation cycles for however long it takes. And then the second part is that there are some exceptions to this in the later seasons, but for the most part, all of that fan service stuff happens in headspace. That, the clothes flying off, there's, like I said, a couple exceptions when things get a little weird, but all that stuff when ecchi things are happening is not IRL. It's in their heads. It doesn't impact the character dialogue. It doesn't impact their relationships or dynamics with each other, because Soma is not seeing that. The other characters are not seeing that. It is all just the person experiencing that is getting that in their own head. And that it doesn't interrupt or interfere with those character relations. And even in those instances where some things get a little weird and clothes go flying IRL, that it's brushed aside very quickly. That it's, okay, this was our gag, and it was still used at that time, but now we're done, we're moving on with the plot. And that the plot and the characters were just so good, and that fan service didn't get in the way of it. And that's why I hold up Food Wars as, like, one of the best uses of fan service. / rant.
I think it's how when people try food for the first time, like a new dish, and they have like that reaction. I think it's like a animated version of that. That's what I like about it, because sometimes I feel like that when I have a new dish of food. So that's why I like those little moments where they go and then the clothes rip off and everything. Because it's like the term was like foodgasm.
Yes, yeah.
Foodgasm. Yeah, that's what technically it is. So I really like that anime specifically for that.
Did you have a favorite arc or character in there?
What was her name? No, with the braids.
Blue hair. I know who you're talking about.
We met her like super early on. I loved her like growing up kind of thing, because and like I don't know how far it is in the anime, but I read it through the manga and stuff. oh man, she's so shy at first, and then as
Yeah,
like
she
it
has a
kept
really good
going.
growth arc.
I love it so much. She makes me so proud, man. And then in the manga, there was a part where she did shokugeki with someone, and really showed how much she grew up because she created the most beautiful dish ever, and she
Mm,
won. And I was so proud. I was like, "Yo, get it, girl, you got it."
yeah.
It was great. It was so good. I love her. Yeah, she's always one of my favorites that I look at. And I know there's the two brothers.
Oh, yeah.
The two brothers. I love them. Especially the one that I think like depending on the season. Like was it the season? I forget.
Yeah, well,
But like
that, sometimes he's thin fit, sometimes he's a bit rounder.
yeah. He's cool. I like how they like designed him because he has this cute like face, and then when he's all like in his thin and fit thing, and he's all like he's cool. I like him.
Yeah,
I
the
forget.
Aldini brothers.
Yeah, and they had this really cool like instrument thing.
Oh,
or
yeah.
tool in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what
The
it's
sort of
called.
the crescent blade.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. I loved how they had that in there. It was really nice. I've seen someone use it once, and it was so cool watching them.
Yeah.
They just
If you rock it back and forth, you're able to chop things up really, really fast.
Yeah, but this one person kind of like flipped it over their hands because they were cutting like a
Ooh.
toe. So they flipped it over and it made beautiful like it made it into like perfect size like bits. It was so cool. I was like, wow, magic.
Yeah, that's a fun series. So, hopping back to video games for a bit, you are super into Pokemon. You're actually in the middle of a Heart Gold randomized Nuzlocke.
Oh god, yeah. Well, we kind of had to restart.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I tuned in earlier this week when you were doing it. It was after you wiped, but I think it was things went poorly in the first gym, if memory serves.
Yeah, the team was strong, except we weren't prepared for a Metang that had Dragon Rage and Earthquake.
Ooh, yeah, Dragon Rage in early game is rough. Just most things don't have 40 HP yet, so it's just, all right, I'm going to one-hit KO everything.
Yeah, that's what literally happened. I was like, I did not expect the Metang to have that, but it happened, and we wiped.
Yeah, that's definitely the risk of the randomizer Nuzlocke, that if you run into something with Dragon Rage, just run, but you can't do that if it's trainer battle.
It was the gym leader. It was
the gym leader too. Yeah, it's just
his final Pokemon. We just had to beat it and we're done, but no. Man, it's okay though. Started fresh with a new run. I forget who we have though. Oh, we have a Marip, I believe. And we have a Nidoran that we named too soon. Because on the way, because this was before we ever got the whole tutorial about catching Pokemon and all that stuff. We found a Great Ball in one of the item like Pokeballs that you can find on the route. And nice. I was staring. Yeah, we were like, so does the Nuzlocke start now or like after the whole like?
Oh
tutorial?
Yeah, that's right, because it's technically when you get the Pokeballs.
Yeah. So we made it. I think we made an exception at that point because we're like, wait, but we can't really do anything else because we just have this, and we gotta wait till the whole thing. Because this was before we talked to Mr. Pokemon, that dude.
Yeah. That's Cherry Grove.
This was before that. Yeah. So we were like, yeah, we'll just leave it for now because we'll start it once we do the tutorial. Yeah, that was a whole mess. I wasn't expecting to find a Great Ball right away. That was weird. I thought we broke the game at that point. I was like, wait a minute. We broke the Nuzlocke. Is that... Huh?
I've never been brave enough to try a Nuzlocke myself, but I love watching Nuzlocks, and especially randomizer ones, because they're so interesting and dynamic, and you never know what's going to happen. You're walking along and, oh, that's a level 14 Lugia that we just ran into on Route 7.
Yeah, no, the one kid who had like 3 legendaries on his team.
Wait, you hit someone with 3 legendaries? I must have missed that one.
Yeah, it was during the first run, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was during the first run. Yeah, when we were on our way to the first city. Or the first, like, gym, that city. I forget the name. But the trainer before that city, we went to... It was like a bug... It was one of those bug kids.
Yeah, one of the bug
And
catchers.
yeah, and it had I forget the 3 legendaries, but it had 3 legendaries back to back, and then like a Cranidos or Gibble at the end, which is really funny. But yeah, me and chat were just staring. We're like, kid, are you sure you should be here? I don't think you should have 3 legendaries. I think you should be at like Elite 4 or something.
Yeah, you should
know?
probably go a couple towns over, Indigo Plateau, talk to them.
Yeah, and I can't. Oh my god. But I mean, we sweep them pretty easily. But I was freaking out because I'm like,
Yeah, because that's the thing, that the moves are randomized also. It's not
yeah.
just normal expected. Everything is, or most things are going to have same type attack bonus, and that they have their legendary super moves and whatnot, that you could find something like, a Mewtwo, and it has Splash.
Yeah, I also randomized their abilities, so I don't know what abilities they have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember the Ho-Oh in the first one had Poison Point.
Oh, jeez.
That was weird. I was like, oh, okay, so I can't touch you physically, but like the special moves, yeah. And then starting this next run, I realized we had so many like encounters, and I was wondering why. And it turns out my starter Pokemon has Illuminate.
Oh,
which,
yeah, it attracts Pokemon.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, that's the worst.
So this is why. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was okay. Well, I mean, I'm cool with like I can use it for like encounters, so easy encounters, but like later on it's gonna be a mess.
Just gonna get annoying.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Pokemon?
In that current game or in general?
In general.
Gengar.
Gengar, ooh, good
Gengar.
choice. Gengar's classic.
Great. I love Gengar. I love his Gigantamax, because it's just literally
it's just this
him with
giant
his mouth.
mouth. It's like halfway phased through the floor, sort of looks like a cave.
Yeah, so you can see at like Disney World or something. Yeah, I love that. And then I think he also has a Mega Evolution, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Or wait, maybe it's the Mega Evolution that is like the giant cave one, and it's something different for Gigantamax.
Oh no,
Not
I think
sure.
no, Gigantamax is the big mouth. I remember. I just Gengar Mega Evolution.
To Google we go.
Oh, it's
it's got like the fist stuck into the ground and has sort of the circle on the head and stuff.
Yeah, and the shiny version is like a white.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I still have yet to get a shiny Gengar. I want one so bad. It's so pretty.
Yeah, my favorite Pokemon is, funny enough, after that wipe run, Metagross. Just
yes.
It's a giant supercomputer psychic tank, and I love Steel type in general because all the resistances and whatnot, and Psychic is a super fun and powerful type. So Psychic Steel, I remember in Gen 3 when it first came out, it was very powerful because there were certain things that could just blow it out of the water, like Earthquake or fire and whatnot, but it had a lot of really good defensive stuff. Plus, it's super powerful, and the design is really cool. Gets even better when you get to the Mega Evolution, and it's like this just four-armed floating kind of laser tank thing.
The claw.
Yes, the claw.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And the shiny is beautiful.
Because it's a silver with the gold X.
So pretty. I love it. My brother has a shiny Metagross, actually. I love it. It's so pretty. Yeah.
Which Pokemon game was your first?
Crystal. Pokemon Crystal. We had it. It was the one for like Game Boy.
It was Game Boy Color.
Yeah, but we had a Game Boy Advance, so I like shoved it in there.
Yeah.
And played. Yeah, I played a bit of it though, but the one I completed first was Leaf Green.
Ooh, okay, yeah. First one I played was Yellow. Near and dear to my heart. But I actually would say my favorite gen was probably the second. That I just love the towns, the locales, the music in that one was really good. It doesn't have the best story, overall. That
Yeah.
I think that would probably go to 5th gen, but 5th or 4th. But for whatever reason, Johto is just very nostalgic and dear to my heart. And Heart Gold, Soul Silver did a really good job of recreating all those. So definitely look forward to seeing the rest of that Nuzlocke run. Hopefully this one goes better than the first.
Oh, I hope so. I might just like level everyone up like really strong before I go to a gym.
Yep. That's sort of the name of the game for Nuzlocks, of over level.
Yeah. I hope not too over level, because I still want to catch Pokemon on each round.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have to find someone to carry all my HMs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I like how that's not a thing in Sword and Shield, because then I don't have to...
that's one of the really good things. They did a lot of quality of life updates.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wish you were able to walk with your Pokemon. I really liked walking with Pokemon. That's why I chose Heart Gold and Soul Silver as my Nuzlocke, because you get to walk around with them, and it sucks more when you lose them. Yeah, I really love that. I can't wait for I think Brilliant Diamond and whatever Pearl was. I think they're gonna
Brilliant
have
Diamond,
the
Shining
walking
Pearl, those have walking as well.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. It comes out the week after my birthday, so I'm excited.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and that's like in just a bit over a month.
Yeah. Oh god, I still have to plan so many things.
There's that, and then Pokemon Legends Arceus just looks... I'm really excited that I'm sure it's not going to be Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. People need to keep their expectations in check. If you go in thinking, all right, this is going to be Skyrim, it's going to be Breath of the Wild, you're probably going to be disappointed. But I'm just happy to see the Pokemon Company taking risks and venturing out into this sort of new design and play space after 25 years rather, that, you know, they've built Pokemon and built their company on a very standard formula and format, and they do it well. It works for them, and they don't need to take this type of risk. They can just continue doing what they've done, and they'll be just fine in a business sense. But to take the time and resources in that this isn't a third-party game. We've had, you know, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons and whatnot, but that wasn't developed by the Pokemon Company. That was licensed out. That the Pokemon Company is developing this. They aren't actually the ones working on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That was an outsourced job. So the fact that they're actually doing this, it shows the commitment. And I know some people are gonna gripe inevitably. There's always people that complain, but I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'm very hopeful, because if this goes well, I'd love to see a game like this made every couple of years or something. Just see it. That over the years, they've iterated so well on their bread and butter mainline series that if we can get something that's just passable, that's fun and good, even if not genre defining for Legends Arceus, that I'd love to see what they can do on their second or third attempts.
Yeah. Oh, I remember seeing that full trailer where they showed off like the different styles and stuff.
Yeah, that too. Just the idea of, all right, some can go multiple times because of this speed mechanic.
Yeah, but when I saw it, I remember tweeting it out. I'm like, wait a minute, style? Strong style? Yakuza? Because Yakuza has different styles too. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh my god. Ah, this is amazing. Oh my god. It's Yakuza, but it's Pokemon. I'm really excited though. Because I like the whole part where you have to sneak to like get close to the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because that's how you technically kind of do it, right? Instead of just running in the grass and hope that a Pokemon trips over you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, battle. Woo, let's go.
That we now have that stealth mechanic along with everything else.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how like the battles like actually play out. And I know there's the different regional variants and stuff. They're so good. The Growlithe?
The Growlithe is so cute, and it looks like the stone lion statues.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Arcanine looks like, or if Arcanine will have a different name at that point. Because then Stantler has an evolution, I believe. I think it's an evolution. Yeah.
And Basculin has Basculegion, which, like, that one looks really cool.
It's a freaking submarine. It's so cool. And you get to, I think you're able to ride it, right? So that's like using surf in a way. Yeah. I wonder if you can, if you have to catch it in order to use it, or if you have to like teach it somehow, you know, like HMs.
Yeah.
So yeah, or if like they give you the Pokemon, you know, to like, hey, so like here you can go on the water with this. Woo. Kind of. I really want to know how they're gonna like introduce that stuff to us.
Yeah, I'm curious about the story. That obviously there's all the legendary implications of, okay, what does Arceus have to do with the game? That there's no way it's just a name. That Arceus is probably having some hand in crazy, you know, nature shenanigans going on in the game. But then there's also the added twist of the organization that you, the player, are part of is called Team Galaxy. And if you look at that logo that's on all of your uniforms, that is very obviously a variant on the Team Galactic logo. So whatever you're involved with is either the predecessor or the inspiration somehow to Team Galactic. That is it that this organization was initially pure and had good intentions, and that then over the generations it became corrupted? Was it corrupt in the beginning, and you as the player are getting involved not realizing what they're really up to, and that over the course of the game you'll have to leave the organization and defect because you find out that they're up to these nefarious things? Or there's just any number of ways they could take that for the story and for the character. And I always love that type of stuff, because we got a little bit of it with the evolution of Team Rocket. Of there was, you know, in Gen 1 it was disbanded by Giovanni, and then you have him coming back in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And but now the whole thing of this is before what we know. So I'm very curious on that. And the other type of game I've always wanted is a game where you can play the villain, that where you can play Team Rocket. I want one where you can start as a grunt and like work your way up through the ranks, or defect and join the law enforcement group, join the Jennies, and then try and take down Giovanni or something.
Yeah, I remember there's one of those like GBA ROMs.
Yeah, the ROM hacks that
they're the fan name one. Yeah, there's a Team Rocket one that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't. I want like an official one.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll never do that, because I can't see the Pokemon Company, you know, branding and promoting one of their villain teams, because it's still for kids. People of all ages play these games for sure, but the branding, this is a kids first company, and I do understand that. So would I like it? Yes. Do I expect it? No. Yeah, it'd be cool. We'll see what happens.
I wonder how we'll encounter Arceus though. I want to know. You know how you can transfer between games? I wonder if you can transfer Arceus.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Everyone's like Sword and Shield runs are gonna be like broken now. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait. I hope they release more like small trailers and stuff to get us more hyped.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and because that's not too far either. Since Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl are being developed by the outsource company, that it's going to be out in January. So Pokemon fans have a lot to look forward to in the near future.
I'm very excited. Super excited.
Now, hopping around to a different type of game, I know you're also really into tabletop, specifically D&D.
Yes, here we go. Sadly, our last session was canceled because our DM had a power outage.
Oh my gosh. Crud, because same thing this week for me. My DM was feeling under the weather, so my Wednesday session got canceled as well. So I don't have any super new stories to share, but what has your latest campaign been up to?
Okay, so we're about to head off to a new city because our boat that was at the dock, we kind of stole that boat from the beginning, kind of in a way, because we needed a boat, so we like took a pirate
commandeered.
Yeah. So they found their boat. They found it because we were like somewhere else. So it was at the dock. They ended up coming to that same dock. They looked at it and they set it on fire. With all the precious food on board. See, I'm the chef of our pirate crew.
Of course, of course.
So me crying over food is a thing. So we are headed off to a city called Valdovia, where there's a ship right there, and we're gonna ask if they can build us a new ship. Also in Valdovia, so my character, her name is Nia Ardeth, or as I like to say, Nier Death. My character is a barbarian. First bard though. First bard. I'm leveling up to I think about level 6, and then I'm gonna go into the the bard route. But yeah, barbarian. I carry a recorder with me, which is great. I also carry 2 hammers. Yeah, I have hammers. I smack my enemies. I gave my hammers names. Their names are Cusco and Cusco and Kronk.
Of course.
Yeah, Kronk's the bigger one, of course, and then the smaller hammer, which is also my recorder, is Cusco.
Wait. Back up a moment. The smaller hammer, which is also your recorder?
Yeah, so we called it a hamcorder because it's a hammer and a recorder. My DM was like, yeah, why don't we do that? We'll just fuse the hammer and the recorder together. I'm like, yo, let's do it.
So is the mouthpiece like at the bottom of the hilt and the buttons are on the grip?
Yeah. So I play music, and then if I want to bug enemies, I turn around and go bam. But I do more of the damage with my bigger hammer, my war hammer. But yeah, so my family. I told my DM I wanted a Fast and Furious like arc. So we have this whole Vin Diesel thing happening.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but nothing's more important than family kind of thing. So I have a big family. They're also in this pirate anomaly. We call it the anomaly because it's like this you encounter it in the real world by seeing like this I think it's like a mist, and you go into it and then bam, you're in the anomaly.
Oh boy.
So,
we're isekaiing.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a bunch of my family in the anomaly. I just don't know where they are because as growing up, I just hear about like, oh, this, that, yeah, your uncle's here, there, la la la. So apparently, one of my relatives is in Valdovia. They're a famous, I think, singer or something, or musician. Yeah, so we're about to start the family arc going into Valdovia.
Well, they're a singer, you're a bard. I sure hope this family arc ends with a good concert collab.
Oh, I hope so too. I can't wait. But there's this whole thing where I think I told my DM think about how I have to choose between either or, but I probably will take the combine both route because both families are like, no, you gotta be this, or no, you gotta be this, you know? So yeah, it's one of those.
Awesome. So how big is the party in this one?
We're a party of 5.
Okay, that's a good number. I feel like 4 or 5 is the sweet spot.
Yeah, so we have a drunk captain. They're a monk. Our navigator is a Goliath, and they carry around a huge anchor.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's so awesome. We have, I think, yeah, they're human, but they carry a hex bong.
A what?
Hex bong. I love it. So their character smokes. So
okay.
They decided.
So I did hear that correctly.
Yeah. So they decided to make their weapon a hex bong. So it's a huge bong. And they kind of smoke everywhere. Literally, our ship's always smelling like weed. Yeah. They're pretty strong though. They can also smack people with the hex bong, so that's great. And then we have a ranger, I think they're half elf, I think. But they like stealing stuff, so every chance they get, they like to pickpocket people.
Oh dear. It's always fun and terrifying to have a kleptomaniac on your team.
Yeah. Oh, they also have a friend now. So we have a chocobo.
like an actual chocobo, or are we just flavor? Oh my!
No, actual. Yeah, they have a chocobo in game. I forget their name though. I think their name was like Phil or something. Yeah, our campaign has a bit of like Final Fantasy involved in it. So, like my character is Dragonborn, but the visuals are like an aura from Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that critically acclaimed MMORPG.
Yeah, did you know? #sponsored or #not sponsored. #please sponsor us.
Yeah, I fit it into another stream. Let's go. I tend to do that every single time. I try to fit in Final Fantasy somewhere, and we got it.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. We have a bit of Final Fantasy elements in there too, which is pretty awesome. Also, my barbarian has wild magic.
Oh boy, wild magic.
Yeah, I already
now, are
summoned
you using the standard
pixies.
wild magic table, or did your DM make a homebrew table for it?
I think we started using the standard one, but I think as I level up, we're gonna roll a D100 and see what happens.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I already summoned exploding pixies and stuff, so that's fine.
Question is, were the exploding pixies hostile, or were they just indifferent and wherever they happened to fly?
Oh yeah, I summoned them, they just stood there and looked pretty. Yeah. And then some of the pirates are looking at it like, oh look, it's a fairy. And then it exploded next turn, it was great.
Oh my.
So good.
The campaign I'm currently in is homebrew Weird West one. So it takes place in the US, technologically in what would be, the westward expansion era. So those types of Wild West themes, and the flavoring is that the different races are from different areas across the globe and, are immigrants to America.
Yeah,
so you have these actual regional races. I'm actually a Goliath myself, and those are from, I forget which exact countries. It's more Norway, so, Norse mythology giants and whatnot. So they flavored that as, all right, that comes from, because Goliaths are from Norway and those parts of Europe. So I am a paladin, and my deity is Thor. Because, all right, we're going to do Norse gods if we're already doing that. He gave me full pick of just the pantheon, or any pantheon really, to choose for my god for the paladin. I chose Thor. So I'm kind of the face of the party. I'm an ex-marshal that I was the marshal in a town, and that I eventually grew tired of the monotony of being in the same town and the paperwork and the red tape and everything. So I quit law enforcement in good standing and have become a mercenary, and, all the other people in the party had their respective reasons for becoming adventurers, but that's how I fly into everything, and sort of the face of the party and help interact, because I can still pull a bit of sway since I still know a few people that are, in law enforcement around the country. But as we go farther and farther west, my connections naturally are fewer and fewer.
I see. Oh, that's so cool. How have the roles been? Any good roles?
There was a pretty good one. So we've been pursuing this larger network of bandits. One of the groups had kidnapped the uncle of another party member, so we had to track them down, go to a town where we found out the mayor was corrupt and being, paid off by these bandits, infiltrate the bandit camp, and take them out while making sure that they didn't have a chance to kill off their hostages. So it was a combination espionage infiltration mission for that last one. Then we wound up in this town where you could go into the town, but then you couldn't leave, that there was just a barrier that let people in, not out. So we then had to do some poking around, and we figured out that there was a couple mining companies, and the CEO of the largest mining company in town was basically just a greedy scumbag. So they had bought this magical artifact that created this barrier so that none of the other companies, including his own could go out and mine more. And the idea was that he was trying to make it so the other companies would run out of resources and go under or sell to him, since he knew he had the largest stockpile and could just outlast them. But since stuff couldn't get in, like, people were starting to run low on food and resources, that they'd been trapped in this bubble for 2 weeks. So the town was getting into a bad state. And what the DM had initially expected was that we would start investigating some tunnels on the outskirts of town, go through and fight our way through a bunch of different lines of defense until we got to this artifact to be able to destroy it. But what we wound up doing was when we realized who was behind it, we went to their office and discovered a secret mine shaft that went down and basically dropped us right next to where the artifact was being held. But there was also a button on a wall, and we expected, okay, this might deactivate the thing, or because, you know, it's just, there's not a lot of stuff here, so this might deactivate it, or it might be a security system, not sure. We hit the button, and the DM says, the CEO goes pale and says, "What have you done?" And suddenly you hear rumbling. It was a self-destruct button that detonated explosives throughout the tunnel system, which was basically to make it so if people started to invade, that he could tell his people to retreat and then collapse the tunnels on the people. We collapsed the tunnels that were still being occupied by the defense forces. So we sidestepped having to do all that combat, but we did also squish and bury several dozen people alive in the process.
Oh my god!
So, not quite a silly roll, but that was how our campaign 2 weeks ago went.
Oh,
or the session 2 weeks ago went.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
But we saved the town.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Wow, you squished... Wait, wow.
Well,
so,
these were not, normal townsfolk. These were mercenaries that had been hired from outside the town to protect this thing, to make it so the rest of the town would starve. So these were not good people that we squashed.
Okay. So, how many people are in this town now?
The population of the town is a couple thousand people, and the populace is still fine. And like I said, these were outside people, because, yeah.
Okay, cool. Wow!
But the surprise was less that we buried several dozen people alive because they were, mercenaries that were helping a town starve to death, but more of, we just sidestepped having to do this, essentially a full dungeon, because we accidentally went in the back door.
Wow,
that's what happens sometimes in D&D. Just the DM will make this long thought out series of planned events and encounters, and then you just take the back door and say, okay.
I feel that. No, that's what happened before we got to the specific island I was telling you about. So we're on this one island, and we helped get rid of the pirates there, and they gave us a beautiful boat, or they filled our boat full of wonderful food. Yes. So, and then we went off on our merry way. We were supposed to, so we get a compass. So it's like an ethereal compass or something like that, and it tells us like where the next island we can go to is, but we didn't want to go there. No matter what, we did not want to go there, because it's scary and whatnot. And something about green and getting stuck on the island and all that stuff. So we decided to go the opposite direction of where we're supposed to go. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of seagulls come to our boat. There's a talking seagull talking about green rocks or something like that. Telling us to go to that island. That's
not ominous at all.
Yeah, they want us to go to that island. Yeah, like the same one that the compass was telling us, and we were like, no. So the half elf decides to kill the seagulls. Seagulls are dumb. the way our DM portrayed it, we're like, oh, I don't know what's happening. What is it? Why is my friend on the floor? What did you do to him? Ah, it's okay, no matter. It's all that fun stuff. Yeah. So we got the rocks because I think the seagull like threw them up or something, but we killed the seagull. But then the seagull turned into like this green mist and like evaporated. And we stared at it for like a good like 5 seconds. Yeah. And then we were like, oh no, let's just keep going like the same direction we were going. And so that's how we encountered the current island we're on. And apparently our DM told us that, oh my god, so like I had this whole thing planned. But you guys went to the island that the other party, so there's another party in the same map as us. They have their sessions on Mondays.
Oh, a shared universe campaign.
Yeah, they just left the island that we just entered. So it's one of those, yeah.
Now is that a good thing because it means that they've cleared out all the enemies and there's nothing for you to worry about here, or?
No, they left because apparently, I think it was like too strong for them.
Uh-oh.
But the first, I think the first fight that we ever did was when a little girl got kidnapped by this wolf lady. We had to fight her in a cave, but there were only 3 of us because the other 2 were very busy. We ended up utterly destroying her.
Yay!
Yeah, our rolls were so good. The DM kept rolling really low, so we were really lucky.
Some nights are just like that, but then you have other nights where it's DM hitting all those nat 20s and
oh my god,
you're getting single digits.
Yeah, no, the last session we did, like the one before, like 2 weeks ago, we rolled a total of 11 natural 20s that entire session.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of them were from the DM. It was bad.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
It was like
it was the battle. Yeah. There was a battle. Like the last battle. I rolled a 20. I'm like, so I lost half my health. Yeah, it was bad. Like our captain almost died. They're like 1 health away. Because he rolled a nat 20.
Away from 1 health away from being downed, or 1 health away from being dead.
Oh, so our world, if you die, you die.
So 0 HP is dead. There's no knocked out.
Well, no, yeah, it's not knocked out. But then after the whole like death saving throws, if you fail all of them, your character is gone forever. No more. Okay,
yeah. But hitting 0 is not insta death. That you still have saving throws.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, but sadly all our rolls that session were pretty bad. So we had no hope. We had no hope, especially because she's our captain.
Oh.
Like, yeah, she's our captain. Our captain was about to die. It was bad. Yeah, so yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
So how'd you end up getting out of that one? Was it just alright, survive by the skin of your teeth and get that last hit before they can get their last hit?
So what happened was our captain's like not by blood sister, but like sister showed up, and she's one of the like stronger pirates. She's part of like this whole like big you know like how One Piece has like the 4 like strongest pirates, that thing?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. So there's 7 of them, and she's one of them. And the person we were facing is also one of the strongest pirates. So it ended up being this whole like big battle, and we were just sneaking off to the side.
Elite 4-0 Nason showed up and distracted the enemy.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was so crazy. Oh, I thought we weren't gonna make it, but we made it. We made it on the train, and now we're on our way to the next city, which is Valdovia.
Yay!
Yeah. Yay! It was a roller coaster. That episode was a roller coaster. Oh man.
Do you usually play Bard or Barbarian, or is this sort of a divergence for you? Because some people have particular play styles that they sometimes go away from. Others have their regulars and they're just always the same type of classes.
So I wanted to play something fun. The last time I played D&D with a group, I was what was I? I was some type of elf. but I was also a ranger. Except I decided because this specific DM was like, okay, so you have to have one bad thing about your character. I'm like, okay, I always miss.
Wait, no. That's the worst possible flaw you can have in D&D.
No, it's fine. I get to throw stuff at the enemies. And that works. Me throwing stuff, but me shooting my bow and arrow. I wanted to make it fun for myself, so I was like, yeah, I'll just always miss the whole time, you know? It's just that's what I'll do. Yeah. But I wanted to try something fun. So I remember Googling like, okay, so what's a fun D&D class to play as? I remember seeing Barbarian, and I'm like, oh, so I play Bard in Final Fantasy. I also play Barbarian in Final Fantasy. What happens when you fuse the two together? Oh, this sounds fun. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just the most fun multi-class thing to say.
Barbarian. Barbarian. I am a mess. That is me. I am Barbarian.
I'm a very reactionary character builder that I don't usually have like preferred things of, okay, I really want to be a ranger this time, or I really want to be a wizard this time. Usually I say to everyone else in the party, okay, you all pick your classes first, and then I'll figure out what the party is missing and fill that spot. That it ends up giving me direction as opposed to, being overwhelmed by all the crazy amounts of choices, because usually when you have a 4 or 5 person party, you can see, okay, we don't have a healer yet, or we don't have a ranged attacker yet, and that at least gives me direction. Then once I have the class, that's when I start thinking about, okay, I need to justify why I am doing this, and I reverse engineer character creation from there.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but I'm like, I want to play something fun though. I want to be able to enjoy this campaign, because I was debating between that and then being like a cleric of some sort. Because the party really needed a cleric, because I had a feeling someone's gonna die.
Yeah, no, I will definitely say that I usually end up as some type of healer, because healers are usually the more unpopular classes, because people want to do damage, they want to do explosions and crazy fun magic. So I fall into that type of role, I'd say probably 60% of the time, and then it's the challenge of figuring out, okay, how can I make this fun? Because you are right, clerics and healers need to do a bit more creative building and just ability usage to make it so they're not just sort of standing around heal.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it for like a future campaign, because I've always wanted to try being a healer. Except I'll probably be like the healer where like, oh, you have to be nice to me or else I'll heal you. Yeah. One of those, maybe. Oh, yeah. I gotta think about one.
The fun stuff that healers get to do is they can get some really cool utility spells. Just figuring out how to do that, or just if you get to put a lot into charisma, and then outside of combat that you get to do cooler things in your interactions with the roleplay aspects, so that then even if you're not necessarily being as flashy and crazy in combat, that for that other part of the game you get to be a bit more dynamic.
Oh, I see. Oh, now this makes me really want to play cleric. Okay, I gotta start researching.
Who would you say is your favorite character that you have built?
Oh, this recent one. Oh my god.
Well, that was an easy answer.
Yeah. Oh my god, I have so much fun with this character. Because I think okay, so there's the wild magic stuff. I still gotta figure out how else I'm gonna build it, but I also can breathe fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my
that's right. You mentioned you're a dragonborn.
Yeah. So I chose gold, which is I can breathe fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to try like burning my hair. Well, not burning it, more like making it hot by burning fire on it and then like swinging it around.
See, like that's great, because since you're a gold dragon, you are immune to fire. But you can easily justify, okay, metal retains heat, and just, all right, my claws are now firebrands.
Yeah! Exactly. I could literally light myself on fire and then just run around and just hug people, be like, aha, I caught you.
I'm just thinking Princess Bride, Fezzik in the cloak.
Oh my god, yes! Oh my god.
Wait a minute, but you're pirates. You can be the Dread Pirate Roberts. The Flaming Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yes. I mean, our crew is actually called the Banana Cats. We're called the Banana Cats. I forget why the banana part, but the cats came about. Wait, no, I forget how it happened. Actually, I forget. But I think we're talking about if you know what banana is.
Yes, I am very familiar with banana.
Yeah, we started talking about that, and I think that's how it slowly, like, we started talking about. Oh my god, we just be banana cats. It was the weirdest way to figure out our like crew name, but yeah, that's how it happened.
Nice.
You have like
Well, you're a gold dragon. You look a bit like a banana.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I am a golden banana. I'm that one trophy you get at the end when you collect all the bananas. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I should do that though. Oh man, I gotta write this down. Put myself on fire. Yeah, for next campaign. Yeah, if someone tries to attack me, set myself on fire. Got it. Cool. Do you have a favorite one that you played?
That's tough because I guess I'm not usually the type to get really attached to my characters. And part of that probably comes from the fact that I'm a reactionary builder, so it usually means that I'm just figuring out how to do it. And don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of fun with all my characters, but I'm having trouble thinking of one off the top of my head that sort of stands out as, oh, this one was amazing, but I've been able to make all of my characters fun in their own ways. I guess I had this really cool one. It was a druid that we did for. It was a campaign that Dungeons and Dragons releases some books that have crossover stuff with Magic the Gathering. So it was a crossover campaign there, and I was a druid that was a bit different from my normal stuff where I'm more contained, and it was a druid barbarian type of thing. And I got to do some really cool hits and transformations, and yeah, it was a fun one. But the one I'm currently playing, I like a lot as well. That just sort of being that retired grizzled lawman that also has a Thor thunder hammer.
Ooh.
So, fun stuff.
Yeah. Oh wow, that sounds so cool.
Now, speaking of dungeons going outside of Dungeons and Dragons, Legend of Zelda is a series you mentioned to me that you are a big fan of.
Yeah, see, I still have yet to play Breath of the Wild.
Oh wow! Like I only actually played Breath of the Wild myself last year. That I was just busy and hadn't gotten around to it. I mentioned that my game intake has been a bit lower the last few years, anyways. But oh my gosh, I can remember the last time that I just fell into a game like Breath of the Wild. It's really, really good. The hype is well deserved for sure. It is unlike any other Zelda game, but it does everything that's just similar enough that it's easy to adapt to the new things, but it's so cool. The world is massive. You can spend so many hours just exploring and doing all the different things. Can't recommend it enough. Definitely get around to Breath of the Wild when you have the chance.
I gotta save money. Money. Yeah, oh god. Okay, yes.
Now, what's your favorite Zelda game of the ones you have played?
I've Minish Cap.
Ooh, okay, that's one that I don't hear every day. What really stood out to Minish Cap for you?
The hat. The talking hat. It was so awesome. I was like, oh my god. He's so helpful too. And I remember I love like pixel games and stuff. So being able to, I think that was the one where I was able to shrink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shrinking and seeing like a little mini pixelized like leg just running around. Oh my god, it was so much fun. I actually beat that. That was my that was my first Legend of Zelda I actually beat.
Oh,
because I had
nice.
so much fun with it. Yeah, oh, so good. I want to play it on stream one day. I just enjoy it. It's so I mean I just keep saying it's so cute. It is adorable. Like, oh god, I had so much fun with it. The hat, I just getting raving about the hat. The hat that talks. It's like a bird kind of looking
Yeah,
thing.
just
Ah,
it's this weird sort of sassy. It almost looks like a peacock head, kind of.
yes, yes. It like it'll pop up and just talk to you, and then it'll just go back down like it's dead. It's so cute. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, definitely one of the more fun companion characters that, you have Navi's classic annoying, hey, listen. I think,
Hey,
did you
listen.
ever play Skyward Sword?
A bit, yes.
I think
a bit.
Fee is the absolute worst bottom tier companion character in all of Legend of Zelda. So uninteresting.
Yes.
It's just, I'm going to speak robotically and give random percentages because that's how to sound smart and almost like a computer, even though I'm a spirit, and just didn't do it for me. I'd rather have annoying and dynamic than stoic and pseudo calculator. Midna from Twilight Princess, probably my favorite. The Twilight Princess in general, I love. Just really good game. Best final boss sequence in any Zelda game for me. And that Midna had just a fully fleshed out storyline, and that she had this sort of tsundere vibe where you start out and it's very clear that you are both using each other, and that's okay, but that you both start to warm up, and then the way things end, I felt that she had the best proper character arc of any of the companions.
Who else? Oh, one character I love from Legend of Zelda is Epona.
Not much of a character, but hey, the pets still count.
Yes,
Epona is still good. Still good. Yeah.
Character to me, yes. I love. Moo
Any favorite puzzles or dungeons?
Well, I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but I remember watching streams of it. I love the puzzles there. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I want to be able to do all that stuff. Like you get to I think it was like you get to freeze time for the specific item, and then you get to like hit it a bunch of times.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, and then once you unfreeze time, you like launch.
Yeah, it goes flying. That one, I found that particular trial a bit annoying because there's nothing really exact about it. It's just, all right, try hitting it, and you can make little adjustments to try and figure out what that sweet spot is. But your weapons continue to take damage as you hit it, so you end up going through weapons if you have to, attempt it too many times. So that was a little bit annoying, but mechanically, I agree, it's a really cool concept, even if the implementation was a bit of a hassle, I suppose.
Aw, there's durability? Man.
Yeah, there's durability for the weapons. Fortunately, no weapon is irreplaceable. That some are stronger than others, but it's pretty easy to just go out and find more weapons, just, killing enemies, beating them up, and taking them. So it's not like it's the worst thing ever and that you're constantly hemorrhaging rupees to buy new weapons. But if you run out, it's okay, now I need to be, going out, finding more weapons and dealing less damage because I have only the crappier ones in the meantime. But it's still really cool, and it forces you to adapt a lot over the course of the game. You can't just get a really good weapon and keep it and use it for the rest of the game. And I like that because it means, sometimes you have those games and you find your good weapon and then you just never even look at anything else, or you're only looking at the stats and is this more optimal? If so, yes, I equip it. If not, I don't. And having that durability forces you to really consider okay, I'm against this enemy. I have a really good weapon, but maybe a middle grade one will suffice here because I want to save it for a boss so I can deal more damage then as opposed to now. And there's a lot of little, just very subtle decisions that you end up making throughout the game because of that.
I see. Okay. But like when there's no more durability, does it just poof?
It just poofs.
Ah, boo.
Yeah, it's not that, all right, I have this broken thing and can take it to be repaired. It's gone. You need to find a new one somewhere. And fortunately, you can find other weapons and find the weapons that you've had just the same, and it's not a problem. The Master Sword,
Okay.
the way it works for that is the Master Sword can run out of durability, but then you just have to go back to Kokiri Force and it will recharge.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So it's just that weapon where you can just recharge it?
Yeah, but it takes time to recharge, so you can't just be, Master Sword, go recharge and immediately go. There's like a cooldown time for it.
Do you like leave it there?
I think so. I actually didn't end up using the Master Sword until Ganon. So I'm not actually sure, but I'm pretty sure you have to leave it there.
Okay, I see. Interesting.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild's a lot of fun. Definitely get around to it when you have the chance.
Okay. I'll do my best to save money.
So outside of video games and anime, you mentioned it with your bard, but IRL, you also enjoy playing music as well.
Yes. Okay, so I learned piano for 10 years.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Yeah. It was more like the Asian, hey, you gotta learn something. Here, piano. Yeah, it was one of those. But yeah, I won a few medals and trophies with that.
Morganzi in the chat is correcting me. Thank you. Master Sword takes 5 minutes to recharge, but you don't have to take it anywhere.
Morgan, I see you. Thank you.
Listen, thank you for stopping by.
I see you. They're like in school music competitions and stuff. So yeah, I got a few medals and trophies with that.
Nice.
I learned guitar at the same school for 2 years, but then once I left, I just picked it up by myself.
So is this acoustic or electric?
Both, actually. So I first started off with acoustic with my very famous Hannah Montana acoustic guitar, which a lot of people think is fake, but it's a real thing. I got it when I was a wee rice ball. And I was like, I like the color purple. I like this guitar. I might as well get it. Yeah, so I still have it. It's in my room.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it fits me because I'm very small IRL. Because I have small hands. I have really small hands. So it's really hard for me to grip around like normal size guitars. So because this guitar is very small, it's easy for me to play. It's still a little bit big, so I might have to get a smaller guitar. But yeah, it's what I grew up with. I trust it. The strings broke, I think, last year, so I was able to repair it recently. So there's that. But I think 1 year going into acoustic, my guitar teacher was like, "Hey, you want to be part of a band?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." He was like, "Okay." So I think around that time I also got an electric guitar. It looks like the one from K-On, if you know K-On.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Yui's. Yeah, I have that one. So picked up the electric guitar. That one's big on me. It's really hard to play it, but I can do a few guitar solos on that. If you know Stairway to Heaven,
yes, of course.
Yes, that was one of the first songs we did in that band, and I played the guitar solo for that. That was fun with my small fingers. Yeah, I was able to do that guitar solo. Yeah. Yeah, we did basically all like the very famous old rock songs. We did that. We did Unforgiven 2. We did.
Did you do Freebird?
Ooh, no, we didn't. This band only stayed up for a year. We didn't. Yeah, we weren't active for that long. What else did we do? Oh shoot. Oh, we also did Paramore at one point. I remember that. Yeah, that was when they pushed me to be the lead singer because the old lead singer left. And then my guitar teacher was like, "Hey, you can sing, right?" This is how I actually got into singing. I was forced into it from my guitar teacher.
Well, hey, it gave you good practice for, your concerts that you've been doing now.
Yeah. Slowly but surely improving. Yeah, but that's how I kind of got into everything. And then let's see, recorder was back in elementary school.
I feel like everyone had that.
Yeah, that you have to pay like $10.
Yeah, like $5-10 to get your standard, ivory-looking recorder, and
Yeah,
everyone plays
Yamaha.
Hot Cross Buns or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yes. Oh my god, good days. Yeah, so I still have mine from when I was wee rice ball. So
Gosh,
just
it is only when you've grown up that you have the true appreciation of, oh my gosh, our parents sat and listened to not only us recording on these just terrible screechy instruments, but then went to concerts of however many dozens of kids who were not playing in unison or in tune on these terrible squeaky instruments and smiled and applauded for us.
Those are the good days. Oh my god, I remember my school should put on like a whole concert for each grade. So they're singing and there's like stuff like that too.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my god. The good days. Yeah. So recorder and then ukulele I learned by myself because it was given to me as a Christmas gift. I remember asking for one
And I
then
suppose
someone
if you
actually
have
got
smaller
it.
hands, that's probably much easier.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so good. Yes. Some of the small hands with yes. It's very nice. And then my old workplace, I had them all sign it, so everyone's signatures
Oh,
are
that's
still on it.
cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Some of them are faded now, and I know a lot of people have left that workplace already, so I can't get them to re-sign it. So I might,
No.
yeah, I might actually just take it all out and get my new workplace to sign it. So we'll see what happens. And then Melodica. I remember watching a YouTube video of if you know who Lily Pichu is.
I know the name. I don't watch much of her content, but I do know of her.
Yes. So she has a melodica. So basically, it's a harmonica and accordion put together, and it's a melodica. It's like a mini keyboard, but
Yeah,
there's like
that
a little,
I
like,
suppose
yeah, you gotta play
it doesn't, because it's not quite a harmonica. Because harmonica, you have to move your mouth around it. I suppose it feels more like a keyboard recorder almost.
Almost in a way, but wait, hang on, hold, pause. I'm gonna stare at your screen really awkwardly. Hang on.
All good, all good. Oh boy, I think we're gonna get a live performance.
Hang on. Hang. Ah. Okay. I had to grab it really quick. I had to grab it real quick. Shall something like this. That's what it sounds like.
Do you have any favorite songs to play on it?
If I remember. Wait, I forget how it goes.
Da, 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 I think. Assuming you're going for Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yay!
Yay!
Pachi, pachi, pachi. Very, very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my melodica. Yeah, so I saw it on a YouTube video. I'm like, oh my god, I must have this. So I got it. I actually used it when I went to film school. So I went to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and for one of my things, I was like, I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna use it. Yeah.
So, for film school, was that to be a director or a writer?
So film school had many things, but I went there to be an actor.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I learned quite a bit. If you know Watch Dogs,
the game or
yes, the game.
yes.
There's a character called T-Bone. He's a long hair, I think, and a hat, and like I think it was dreads or something. I don't remember. But yeah, that's my teacher.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, John Tench. He taught me acting. He's awesome. Also taught me a bit of voice acting too, which is pretty sick. Yeah. So I got to learn from a whole bunch of awesome like Canadian but somewhat well-known actors and stuff. So I learned voice acting on stage. I was in a play. We sold out once. That was really cool. I was also in a short movie. I don't know if it's on the internet, but yeah, it's there. I was in it. You can see my face. I have credit for it too, so I have
That's
official
super cool.
credits.
Any favorite roles that you've played?
the main character in my own short film for my final project. Yes. Yes. So basically, my final project. So the sixth term, we each have to make a short, like a short film or short movie. There's people who actually won. There's like a little competition thing, but there's a few people who actually get to work with like a film crew and stuff from like our actual film school, because there's also film production and all them people, so you get to hire people. I didn't get that, sadly, but I decided for my final film to recreate memes and vines for 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And I actually got all my teachers involved. I got my entire class involved, and the other class, because we were separated into 2 classes. So I was like the main character in that. The whole premise of it was me trying to figure out what to do for my final video, and like it ended up just being vines, but it was like cut in between of me planning it and then everyone actually doing it, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was great. I got one of my teachers to do the, what's that you have? A knife! No! And they were running across the hallway. It was really funny. I got John Tench, the infamous John Tench, to do the do and that whole thing. Yeah, he was the one playing a kazoo. He was playing a kazoo in the video. It was so great. Yeah. Yeah, that was my favorite role.
That's amazing.
So just planning all that.
Original meme film.
Yeah, I got a standing ovation. I wasn't expecting it, but I got a standing ovation
Yay.
at the end of it.
Well, I'm sure a lot of your fellow students like had a deep understanding and respect for what they were seeing.
Yeah, a lot of them were in it too. I got at least everyone to recreate one meme or vine.
Oh, nice.
I really enjoyed. Yeah, so I had is that a weed? I'm calling the police. And then I had one of my friends like, I'm gonna take a nap. You're gonna take a nap? Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap right here. Okay, good night, good night. And she fell asleep in the middle of an ice rink. Because it was winter at the time, so she fell asleep in the middle of like an ice rink. It was so funny. And then I got the power of God and anime on my side. No, so he had I think he had a little sword too. No, wait, no, he was holding a vape.
Oh my god.
He did it. It was so good. Yeah. It was yeah. Everyone was on board. I sent emails to teachers asking if they wanted to be a part of it. That was funny too. Teachers were like, I don't know what a vine is, but I'd love to take part. And I'm like, I'm about to educate all of you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes, I educated all the boomers that day. It was so good.
Yes.
Yeah, film school was great. It was downtown too, so traveling there was a pain in the butt. Yeah, many experiences. I learned a lot of things about downtown too. Yeah, that was the thing. That was a journey.
And I'm guessing that probably helped prepare you a lot for VTubing.
Oh yeah. I actually started streaming around the time I started film school. Actually, that year I started film school was the year I started streaming. November 11th, 2017.
Ooh,
yes,
we're almost at the anniversary.
Yeah, 4 years. I'm old. I've been on this platform way too long. Yeah, but November. Actually, if you see in chat, the person named Firehawk, yeah, he's my longtime friend. He was actually the first follower, technically, when I first started streaming. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. And thanks for stopping by, Firehawk.
Yeah, hockey. Yeah. I think the first game I ever streamed was Pokemon.
Oh, which one?
The Sun. Pokemon Sun. And I recorded the really bougie way where I had a webcam pointing at my Nintendo DS.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny. It was so good. Honestly, I think you can see my face in some of the clips, but I kind of removed those just because it was so weird. Yeah, but my first game was Pokemon Sun. That was fun.
Nice.
And yeah, film school really helped kind of open up. Because honestly, I was a really shy person until film school. And then I used whatever I got from film school to streaming, which was really awesome. I actually started with like a little PNG photo, and then I went into FaceRig and I streamed with a REM model. See if you know REM from ReZero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I use that from FaceRig. Yeah, I use that for quite a bit. And then I went into IRL for a bit because I was like, eh. But then I really got uncomfortable with IRL after a while because it was just like people tend to come to your streams if you're IRL streaming depending on like how you look. So it was kind of like a look preference, and I kind of didn't like that because I just wanted to hop on in like, wear pajamas and stream.
Yeah,
so
totally
like,
understandable. And that's one of the great things about VTubing is just you can just be in your pajamas, not worry about it. You can roll out of bed, hair messy, and just turn on stream and go. And I know that is definitely one of the things that appealed to a lot of people, and also just the general creativity. So I can definitely see how you've definitely run the gamut of different ways of doing streaming, but I think that's part of why VTubing has become so popular lately.
Yeah, I'm in my pajamas right now. Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna be comfy.
Yeah.
Do this interview. Yeah, I got my spring rolls because my sister brought me spring rolls.
Ooh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, you mentioned that you had something that I might hear you crunching along. So spring rolls, very nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. Vegetable spring rolls, to be exact. Actually, they're very juicy. Yeah. Yeah, Twitch has changed a lot, to be honest. Since I've been here for almost 4 years. Yeah.
It's weird to think that Twitch is just barely 10. That I remember when Twitch turned 4, that it seemed totally unreal, like Twitch had already been around for a decade or so. But now it's at that point of, wow, 10 years is a long time. And at the same time, only 10 years. Holy cow, where would we be in 10 more years?
I hope they fix what they need to fix, because there's a lot that needs to be fixed. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing of just no platform is perfect right now. Twitch has its issues. YouTube has its own issues, which aren't the same issues, but yeah.
Yeah.
Blech.
Blech. Yeah, exactly.
Out of curiosity, do you use OBS or Streamlabs?
Okay, so I've used both, and I have better things to say about the regular OBS than Streamlabs. I mean, I recommend Streamlabs to a lot of people who are starting because they have a way where you can set it up. It's like set up things really easily, and it kind of shows you how.
Yeah.
But as I stayed with it, at points it would forget alerts. And at times it would be very laggy for me to do things.
Yeah, because I currently use Streamlabs. I've done some stuff with normal OBS. For a while, what kept me from using OBS was the fact that there was no undo function. You couldn't control Z things. So if you accidentally like reset a sizing or moved something away, you couldn't just control Z. You had to remember, all right, what was the exact size of this thing or what was the exact position? And I like to experiment and tinker around, especially when building. So that was sort of a non-starter for me. They have since added that functionality, finally. So I've been considering moving over to OBS Studio because I know it's much more efficient just from, a RAM perspective.
Yes.
But there's a couple small things that keep me with Streamlabs, at least for now, but I'm certainly closer than ever to making that jump. That one fun thing I discovered is that there's no native way to export your scene collections in Streamlabs, that you can only do it as an overlay. But what I found out was if you go into the hidden files, so it's not going to be in like the normal folders, but if you go to, like on your computer, user, then it'll be applications or just application sources, things like that, and do reveal hidden files. If you go in, you can find the scene collection folder in those files, and they include the JSONs. They're these just jumbled up string names that they aren't actually named properly. But if you look at the info, the properties of each of them there, you can see, all right, whichever one you edited last, make some small change on whatever scene collection you want to export from Streamlabs. Find that, look at the properties and see, all right, what has the last edited timestamp of right now, and then you can just copy that one and then put it into OBS Studio. I actually just did that yesterday with one of the ones that the one we're using right now, actually. Some of the things don't translate, that there's a lot of fonts that didn't make it over, so I had to adjust and figure out, all right, what are the closest fonts I can use to make things look as they do now, because I like the font that I currently have, but everything else got ported over. So in the coming weeks or months, I might switch over to OBS Studio myself, because I know it's a lot just easier on your computer, a lot less laggy. But I do like that Streamlabs has, like, I have the chat right here. I don't need to bother opening a whole separate window, and I've got alerts right here. I think it's a bit more readable, but I'm definitely sort of wavering on my commitment to Streamlabs.
Okay, so I actually use I downloaded not like OBS Studio, but Stream Elements OBS Live, and they have a thing where you can actually have chat pop out too.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can have the alerts on another like little window as well within the OBS. Yeah, that's what I've been using. I find it really helpful. Sometimes Stream Elements has its little hiccups, but other than that, yeah, I kind of I like it more at this point. There's I think there's like 1 or 2 things I missed from Streamlabs, but it doesn't really affect how I stream right now.
Yeah. That's well. It's already been a bit over 2 hours, and I know you have some stuff coming up, so I don't want to keep too much longer.
Shoot.
Yeah. Hey, time flies when you're talking D&D and anime and food.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't realize. Oh damn.
Just a couple few things to wind things down before I let you go for the day. First off, do you have any goals for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, a new PC.
A very fair goal. A very fair goal.
Oh god, yeah. We're finalizing on a build. I know Ancho has the GPU.
Yeah, he popped into the chat. Don't like near the top of the stream. Not sure if he's still now, but good old Ancho, because what is Ancho's proper title? Like, is he the CEO of SHIRAYURI or like the president of SHIRAYURI? Because he's the one in charge, right?
Yeah,
I think
we just call him the director. Yeah, CEO Ancho. I gotta tell him that one.
CE Ancho.
CE Ancho. Yeah, exactly. CE Ancho. CE Ancho.
Oh wait, it's a double pun because because you know, like ocean. He's C Ancho. CE Ancho.
Yeah, he's gonna love this one. Yeah, Ancho the director. Yeah. So
Yes.
it's because one of my fans actually helped me secure GPU during the whole pandemic.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And I just had them send it to the S-Pro PO box because it's much easier in terms of payment, because sending stuff to Canada is a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah.
Canada Post. Like, okay, I have a story about Canada Post, right? I'm gonna keep talking about this because it bothers me so much. So Ancho's been trying to send me a whale shark plushie. 4 feet. It's a plushie. Keep that in mind. It's a plushie. It gets sent to Canada Post at the border. Canada Post looks at it. Oh, it's a live animal. I don't think we can get this through the border. And they send it back to Ancho and put live animal as the reason why they can't send it to Canada.
They obviously did not actually look at this thing.
But here's the thing. It's been sent back to him 4 times. 4 times.
I guess the problem is they're probably reading the label, because usually when you're doing international shipping, you have to write in, what is in the container. And if you put, is he putting in the description whale shark?
He puts whale shark plushie. He puts plushie.
That's the problem. People might not know what plushie is. That it's a accepted term in, geekdom, but to for lack of a better term, to a boomer who doesn't know that type of term, they're going to see whale shark before plushie. So what I would say, I can't guarantee it'll work, but I would say send it next time and just say stuffed animal.
I will tell him. We've been sending this for
unless they've actually, because you would think if they're actually opening the container and inspecting the contents and seeing what it is, if they were looking at it and seeing what it is, they would let it through, because they would obviously see this is not a live animal. So they must be only looking at the description. And if you don't know what a plushie is and you just see whale shark, that is a live animal. Send it back. I think there's basically something being lost in translation, so you need to change the messaging and just put stuffed animal.
Man. You think after 4 times, dude.
Yeah, you would think that it wouldn't take that, and who knows? This might still fail, but that's the best suggestion I've got.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah. So I had
because you are a big fan of whale sharks in general.
I love whale sharks so much. The one day I googled whale sharks and it said whale sharks love food. I'm like, that's me.
It's me.
It's me. I'm a whale shark. I am a whale shark. Actually, fun fact, I was planning on debuting as an otter before I decided on food. Because I loved otter so much. Yeah. But that didn't end up happening. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with food. I am the food. I love food so much, I am the food.
Yes. They say you are what you eat. I guess that's true.
Yeah, well, literally. Oh my god, I gotta put that on a t-shirt. That's gotta be my next merch. Yes, that's what I'm releasing. You are what you eat, and it's just my face.
Yes. All right, so yeah, I can definitely sympathize with needing a new computer. I use a Mac. I'm one of those plebes who uses a Mac because prior to the beginning of this year, I didn't really stream. I done like a one-off thing with some friends last year on different channel, but until last year, I had a Mac, and it was just simple and easy to use because, you know, I'll watch streams on it, but I didn't use it for streaming, for gaming. I'm much more of a console and handheld gamer. So in the past, my computer needs have been very simplistic of just, I need something that has Microsoft Office, internet, and that's fine. That's really all I need. And Macs are really reliable and have a good shelf life if you're not trying to do too much taxing stuff on them. That I had my other laptop from 2011 until last year, so like 8.5 years. That's a lot of use out of a laptop, and the performance in it waned in the last couple of years, but it was still definitely worth it. Even if it's a bit more expensive, it meant that I'm not getting a new one every 3-4 years. So I got my new MacBook in June of last year, thinking, okay, I'll be able to run this one into the ground for another 5-6 years minimum. And then I go and start the show and quickly realize, oh no, it runs, but I can't do too much fancy stuff here. And I love Vtuber Talk. It is a fun thing that I plan to continue doing for as long as I can just keep this train rolling. But I can't justify purchasing a second new computer in 2 years just for this show. So I'm currently just keeping with what I have, but there have been moments of weakness in the past couple months where I'm like, you know, maybe what if I just got a new computer, just bit the bullet, and I wouldn't call it out of the question. For right now, I'm controlling myself, but who knows, down the line, if I decide to start doing this a bit more often, a bit more seriously, maybe I'll get something fancier, but I'm very excited that you are upgrading, Tatsu.
Oh yeah, 100. Oh my god, no more 5 FPS Tatsu. Oh man, no, but seriously,
you'll be able to stream Genshin and your model at the same time.
I can't wait, honestly. Yeah, but when I first started streaming, I actually streamed on a laptop, using Wi-Fi.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'm using a laptop right now, but I at least have Ethernet.
Yeah, no, I didn't have Ethernet because the Ethernet was downstairs and we didn't have a way to connect it to my room. Yeah, so I streamed over like Wi-Fi. Yeah, it was really bad too. My OGs will remember it being terribly laggy.
Hey, everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah, and then that's when I was able to get the current PC that I have 4 years ago. Yep, 4 years ago. Yeah, I have a dinosaur. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so it's about due time for an upgrade, to be honest. So I honestly can't wait for that. Yeah.
Firehawk says, can 100% confirm that about past streams.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it was great. It was great. I remember. I think it was. I was trying to stream Final Fantasy 15 from. Was it from my laptop? I actually don't remember. I don't remember when I streamed that one. But yeah, I remember streaming some high FPS game on my laptop, and that that tanked very badly.
Yeah, I do not think that I would be able to stream a game on this computer. Like maybe I could, not a super high end one, but yeah. I'm glad that all I have to worry about is just using Video Ninja to get my guests in. That works nice and smooth. But I don't know how much more it could take.
I see. That is good though. This is awesome. Yeah.
And last question I ask all my guests, what does being a VTuber mean to you? That's not what is the definition of a VTuber, but to you, Tatsurii, what does it mean to be a VTuber?
It's like being a VTuber, it's like what you imagine. Like lots of VTubers, they design themselves because it's what they would like to be. So it's like a online personification of yourself. So you can be your honest true self online instead of being IRL laundry or not laundry pajama mess, and people just judge you for that. It's kind of personification of yourself, but you're also just being yourself. You're like more comfortable being yourself. I don't know how I'm wording this. English is hard at this time. But yeah, online personification of your true self. There we go. Ha. There we go. There's the words I was looking for. I was like, I'm trying to grab it. Where did it go? There it is. Yes. Yeah. Being yourself online is someone that you would probably wish you could be. Like this. Like, yeah, I wish I was food. Man, that'd be awesome. I would be food. That'd be great. I could just make rice bowls all day. Man, that'd be awesome.
Yes. Ooh. Sorry, just random idea for merch. That have you considered, Tatsurii rice bowls of just, like a good either probably I guess it would have to be plastic to ship well, but a bowl that maybe has that food logo on the side or something.
No, I wanted to release Tatsurii rice cookers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Custom rice cookers are a bit more difficult than tableware, but still that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or like at least like a rice ball plushie. I've always wanted like a plushie or like a little Nendo of myself. Yes. Yeah. That'd be cool. But I think plushie would be like one of the first things because they're small. You can have whatever size you like, so you could have like a huge, humongous one or like a really small one. It'll be very soft.
I know a couple people who have made custom plushies, and they've said they're really cool, but they're expensive, and it's difficult to find a manufacturer that does them well. But if you find the right one, that it can be good. And I do know a couple people. So if that ever ends up being something that you want to do and like you're seriously pursuing different manufacturers, I would be happy to introduce you to a couple people I know who have made plushies, and they can direct you to whichever manufacturers they have used and found best.
Yeah, oh my god, that'd be awesome! Oh my god, 5-year anniversary Tatsu plushies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That do be next
Fourth
year.
now gives you a good year to plan, get the design done, get production done, because it does take a while. But yeah, this time next year, that'd be easy.
Yeah, oh my god. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Oh my god.
My pleasure. And thank you so much for coming on the show today. This has been super fun. Like I said, I'm glad that we were able to chat more in depth and not have, that sort of 15-minute quick in, quick out. It has been so nice. I know one of your fellow SHIRAYURI production members, Nyaru, is doing a Idol festival tomorrow, I believe.
Yes.
I know at least a couple other members will be performing. I'm not sure if you're going to be involved with that as well. You are? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know when your set will be?
It's at 3 p.m. PDT, 6 p.m. EDT. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So definitely, folks in the chat, be sure to follow Tatsurii on Twitch, on Twitter. Links are right there. For the YouTube one, I'll be able to include those in the description as well. If you're watching live, be sure to support Nyaru and Tatsurii and everyone else involved with Nyaru Fest. It's going to be a super fun online idol festival. I know, I assume Nyaru is going to perform herself. I know Yoro is going to perform. Not sure who else is on the lineup, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Ultra Hit. So I guess this is sort of like a podcast that I do this show weekly. This is episode 32. Kind of weird to think it's been 32. Yes. It's, I always interview somebody different every week. The interviews are all custom. That this week we talked a lot about D&D and food and anime, but sometimes, like last week I spoke with someone about prop making and content creation, haunted houses. So try to do that and make it so my guests are able to just talk about whatever they're passionate about. And hopefully I was able to deliver on that for you today, Tatsurii.
That was amazing. Oh my god, we got a D&D campaign one day. I think it'd be really fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Yes, I would love to. But for now, I know you have a couple other things to do today, so I'm gonna start wrapping things up. But thank you so much for being on the show, and thank everyone who is watching now or on YouTube for tuning in. I'm Jay. This is Vtuber Talk. Like I said, I do this usually once a week. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and please do follow, subscribe, and all that good jazz to Tatsurii as well, and to SHIRAYURI production as a whole. Oh my gosh, how did we not get that until now? I totally forgot that you had the ability to do that. Seriously, I'm kind of shocked that you're one of the only VTubers that has that, animation. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I got it. When did I get it? When I hit 1K followers on Twitch, I asked my papa, I'm like, hey, can you make me dab? He's like, oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember we did a S-Pro stream, and afterward, they were like, oh yeah, is anyone going to stream after? I'm like, oh yeah, I have a special announcement. This was the special announcement.
Hey, that is very special and announcement worthy.
It was a good day. Yes, I actually made it a YouTube video, the whole special announcement thing. Yeah,
because I know you have the Tatsudab emotes, but I always forget that you actually have the ability to use it, because it's not something you pull out all the time, but it's just, you have that very good sense of just, when's it tasteful, when's the right moment to break it out. So just love to see it here. Again, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been just amazing. Oh, I almost forgot. Tatsurii, do you have anybody that you'd like to raid?
I don't know who's streaming. Wait, who's streaming? let me see who's streaming. If someone specifically from S-Pro streaming, we could raid them. But I don't know if anyone is online at the moment. Okay. So, what we can do actually. So, one of the members of my community is on actually. They're streaming. So, this specific person, so S-Pro actually held a I think it was like a little not like a competition, but like a thing where it was like a VTuber scholarship. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, I saw the announcement about that.
Yeah. So this person actually won one of the 2 scholarships.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we can go raid them.
Cool. Who are we raiding?
Yeah. So their name's Evo. Evulsion? I call them Evo. They are a member of my community. So we're gonna raid them.
Just send me their username in Discord. Already done it. Great.
Yeah, I got you. Yep, this is
alrighty.
We're playing Genshin actually.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start the outro, but then we will be raiding. Yeah, is it evolution or just evolution? Because it
without the U.
Evolution.
Evulsion? I just call him Evo.
Evo. We'll be raiding Evo, so stick around for that. But until next time, I'm Jay, she's Tatsurii, and we will see you next time.
Bye bye.